Hey everyone, we are here at the 2025 WSBG Arc Nova Ring Final. I am Sam from the No Wonders YouTube channel, joined today by John Hagmaier, the CEO of WSBG. Hello, John.
Oh, hey, Sam, this is awesome. I'm excited to uh, be part of this with you and knowing that you're one of the greatest and experts in the world on Arc Nova. You are
Yes,
the lead of this. This is exciting for the World Series for us.
yes. At the moment, I'm currently in the top 10 of Arc Nova on Board Game Arena. But funnily enough, in this game, we also have two players in the top 10. We'll get to the player introduction in a second. Did you want to announce something about Arc Nova?
Yeah, just so everybody knows, Arc Nova and their publishers and their group is going to do a world final table in Germany in 2027, and each seed has to be one somewhere. They're going to have that. They have that set up. You can go up and look and see where the four seats are, but one of those seats you can only get one of those seats by winning the Arc Nova um, uh, World Series ring event. And so one of those four seats will be coming from next year, the winner of this tournament at the World Series. We're pretty excited about that and to be recognized at how important this event is for the different games. So we're just excited and look forward to next year. And I would tell you to sign up because there will be limited seating in that. There's like I don't know if people are going to sign up, but there'll only be limited seating. But that trip is fully paid for, and
Wow.
it's going to be exciting. Yep.
Now I'm tempted to sign up.
Even if listen, even if you're coming from Australia, listen, it's fully paid for. So
That sounds
economy
great.
airfare.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're excited about that, and we're excited about these four young men playing. In fact, I know two of them very well. So I'm excited to see as they progress through this.
Yep. I guess we'll start off with the player introductions. In the bottom right, we have a very familiar face. If you've watched the previous 2 years of the Arc Nova Ring Finals, you'll know Andrew. In seat one at the moment, he is the first player for this game. Yeah, previous two times winner, current top 10 on Board Game Arena. Also boasts the, I think, highest or second highest overall ELO of over 900, which is just insane when you think about it
Oh my
on
gosh.
Board Game Arena. Yep. So
Yeah.
probably the favorite going into it, but on his left, the bottom left, we have Ye Min, who is also a top 10 player on Board Game Arena. You might know him as Dugong Enjoyer, that's his name. So, a fun fact he wanted to know about his run into the ring final is that in his previous three games, he played two Dugongs and released one of them, so he loves his Dugongs. And as far as I know, he traveled just to participate in Arc Nova. So this is only one game that he's playing in for this whole event.
Right.
In the top left, we have Jake, a bit of a more unknown player. I didn't actually know his BGA name, but I did find it out. Um, he says he's a very well-rounded player, but Arc Nova is his favorite game. Going into this year, he was the 28th overall in the WSBG rankings, and he also won the Radlands Phoenix tournament this year for 2025.
Yeah, he's a great player. I mean, he really is. When you say well-rounded, he really does. He's going to be in the semis and finals of a lot of those tournaments. Great competitor.
Yeah, he did mention that as well. He's a regular semi-finalist and finalist.
Yep.
As we just get onto the first move of the game, Andrew, all the players have picked their starting cards. Andrew builds a one size over the X token, which is very important. We'll get to that in a sec. We'll introduce Jim in the top right, who had a pretty tough run to get into the ring final. He actually had to take down a top 100 board game arena player in MKKK to make it through, but also very strong at other games. think this year he won the Castles of Burgundy ring final.
He did.
Spoilers for anyone that hasn't watched that. Apologies.
Yes.
And funny story, he also said they played Castle Burgundy the day before this event. He said he also knocked out Andrew in the semi-finals of that. So bit of revenge coming in.
Well, and I can tell you this, Jim is probably one of the kindest human beings I've ever met in my entire life. He just is. He is very special. He's one of those special individuals that you just want to be around. And I know these four make up a great table, and I know they're going to enjoy one another, trying to beat each other. But the World Series, they just the epitome of enjoyment is just part of it. And so.
Oh
Andrew,
yeah,
he's already smiling.
this is going to be a very strong table, I can tell you that. So I think the first thing we look at when we go into a new game is the opening display. We can also touch on the projects. So I mean, we have Asia, Predators, Herbivores, and Americas, and this makes the display extremely interesting because nearly every card is sort of relevant to these projects. It's actually a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
You can see there are just two Americas icons. There's the Expert in Predators with Predators as a base project. There's a Low Mountain Range, which is one of the better release projects. And there's Explorer, which is generally considered the best card in the game. So you'll notice
Yeah.
Andrew built a one size over his X token. His second move is definitely going to be spending an X token to snap up that Explorer. He loves his sponsors. It's the best one in the
Oh,
game. That is what he's going to do.
oh. Hey, listen. The sponsors is he's just nuts. It's really and it's interesting. Some people never play a sponsor. I've played with many people on BGA that'll play very few sponsors sometimes.
Yeah.
But but his, I'm gonna bet he's gonna have 10 to 12 sponsors down by the end of this game.
That's going to be trickier in a four-player game because the pace is generally a bit faster, but it wouldn't surprise me either, honestly.
Yeah.
We can see the first move for Yemen is to grab the Asia Partner Zoo. First move for Jake is to grab America's Partner Zoo. That's pretty standard. Um, you want to have high priority on those Partner Zoos, especially when they match the base projects, so both players probably going to look to support an early project in round two.
Sam, what's gonna stop you from grabbing something fast before somebody else? You know what I'm saying? Oh, like waiting.
Well, we can see Jim's first move.
What's gonna
He did not go for a Partners or University. He actually built a two size and picked up the Science Institute. So that's a little bit suspicious. We'd have to speculate on that a little bit. Because out of all the cards on display, I thought that would be the one with the least priority, but he goes ahead and picks it up.
right?
And you can see, for example, Andrew was not interested in the Partners or University, just built first to be able to snap up Explorer first. So there's some reasons you wouldn't.
Yeah.
We see Andrew did indeed snap up that Explorer, so now the break's on 2 out of 15.
Yeah. Now he just needs to flip the sponsor.
That's the tricky bit. That's very hard to do in round one, but maybe it's going for a round two Explorer. Yemin picks up the Capuchin that was in folder one, just builds a two size, although he has the Asia Partner Zoo, so he's saving that one for later. And it is worth noting as well, this game is in peaceful mode, so the Capuchin that normally has a pilfer ability only gives a sprint ability. Draw one card. All the players are building two sizes. Jake follows the trend.
And a lot of these times, they're going to be building things that they're just not going to use for a while, right? They're just building them just so they have them, for when the opportunity does arise. That's one where I have to say what Matthias built here is the most opportunistic game that can change, right? Every six cards up there, things
Yep.
change. Every four draws into your hand, it just changes.
Yeah.
You go, oh, hey, I got that now,
And
right? So
you have to be able to adapt to that. You'll see the strong players will adapt to it.
absolutely.
Generally, the first enclosures will be for the first animals, but you will definitely see later players building large enclosures as a sort of speculative move, waiting for those large animals to come later. Definitely very
Yeah.
strong. And if we look at more cards that have popped up on the display, we have the Spotted Hyena compound in folder 4 at the moment, which is just still relevant to the Predators project. Great combo with the Expert in Predators up there. There's the kangaroo and the muskox, both herbivores, the muskox being an American herbivore. And Jim does play that Science Institute. I am really curious what he has, because that's
Yeah.
it's not a very common opening 2 moves. Draw Science Institute, play Science Institute. There must be a reason for it. Very
Yeah. I
peculiar.
mean, it could be going with the card. I mean, I don't know.
There's a few science payoff cards. Things like the Science Museum could be a possibility. Gives you a lot of money and starts giving you some conservation points.
Mm-hmm.
That could
Yeah.
definitely be an option.
With 4. Yep.
Yeah, with 4. Oh, here we go. Andrew has started with his sponsors. Plays the polar bear exhibit. Oh my. So now the question you have to ask is, does Andrew have a small predator in his hand that he can just do 2 predators in round 1?
And then get his sponsor. Yep.
Yeah, and
Yep.
then flip sponsors that way. Exactly. That would be a
Yeah.
strong
Yeah.
possibility. So we haven't even talked about the map yet. The map that these players are
No.
on is T1, the tournament map. I believe it got introduced at WSBG last year. Exclusive map.
Yep. Yep.
It plays a little bit differently to the other
And
maps.
have you
So,
gotten to play it? Have you
yeah,
got to play much?
I've played it a couple of times. Not too much, honestly. But yeah, a couple of main differences. It does have the scavenging ability on the map, which is why you see U-Men just shuffle the discard pile, so Andrew covered the scavenging spot on the map. As U-Men does snap up the Spotted Hyena compound there, which is going to be fantastic for this game. Some other noteworthy things about the map. It does have a mark ability on it, which is something that was introduced in the Marine World expansion, but it's basically like you can reserve an animal in the display for yourself.
Yeah, but that same animal could be dug out also.
Yeah,
By,
so
by yeah, yeah.
if it gets taken away by another player, then you get 2 money as compensation. If it gets
Right.
dug away, then it goes straight into your hand, which is pretty nice. We got a bit of a predator fight going on. Jake actually snaps up the expert in predators. I don't think U-Men would be too happy with that. I think he was trying to get the combo together, but yeah, they're such high priority cards.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because everybody's going to be playing them. They have
Oh
to.
yeah.
They're going to have to be playing them. So you're just gaining. You not only get the predator, but you're gaining every time.
Oh,
So
it's going to be a lot of money throughout this game for
oh
sure. And the players are laughing because in Folder 6, after that snap, a cheetah appeared, which is the only animal with 2 predator tags on
yeah,
it.
right,
So there'll be a lot
right.
of predators played in this game.
Uh, Sam, do you ever calculate through, and I'll just take the cheetah as an example.
Hmm.
Let's just say you have the predator card, and you have Africa. Do you calculate through that playing that cheetah? It's going to give me 6 tickets for 14 with 9. 6 tickets for $9, right? 9 money.
Yeah,
So do you calculate through that when you go to play cards?
I don't calculate exactly like it's giving me this, but I tend to think of it in terms of value. The cheetah has a lot of value this game, especially if you are the player with expert in predators, because it's giving you 6 more money than normal, and because of the project, it's basically giving you 2 conservation points more than normal.
Right,
Because
right,
if it allows you to support predators at 2, then it's 2 conservation points. So it has a
right.
ton of value this game.
And it's a good first, especially if you get it dealt to you, right? If that's your opening deal, you
Hmm.
know, that's almost an instant. You can have that down and ready to go, and on turn 2,
Oh yeah,
be ready to
you
upgrade.
definitely can with the right action order. Yeah. It's
Oh, absolutely.
one of those rare large animals that you can actually play in round one if you cover the 5 money on your board. Oh, and we do have the reason. Okay, Jim is currently doing association. He actually has the research project, which is, I guess he speculated on that from his opening hand and massively paid off with the Science Institute in Folder 1. Can just support that project immediately. He's just choosing which reward to take.
He just upgraded there.
Yeah, he upgraded the animals card from 2 conservation points. I think that's reasonable enough. Start getting your reputation going.
Mm-hmm.
And he took 5 money as a reward.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
fully convinced about that one. It's certainly not bad. Um, I just
to me.
generally tend to lean towards the other things first, something like a 2 size enclosure, or there's actually no card snapping on this map. The ability is actually draw a card from reputation range. But I generally prefer one of those two. But I mean, you
I was gonna say
can't
the
really go wrong with
snapping.
5 money.
For me, the extra worker is always a real bonus in the beginning, especially starting in turn two. If you're doing two to everybody else's one on the board, that's just it is. It's just a huge advantage because you're upgrading so much faster,
There's
right? And you're
certainly a lot of merit to it because how early it is in the round.
yes,
He certainly will be able to use that second worker, but opts not to go for it. I think what scared him is he saw Yemen and Jake's sponsors both at 5, so the break could happen really quickly.
yes,
But it's
yes,
also worth remembering they both snapped up sponsors, so we see Yemen on his turn is playing that sponsor. The Spotted Hiney compound also covers the marketing spot on his board to play a zoo school. So I think almost certainly his plan was to play the Hiney compound and then play the zoo school and draw up the expert in predators, but unfortunately that got taken away from him.
yeah. Your plans change so fast.
Yeah,
They just do.
yeah.
They're so fast.
And Andrew on his turn grabbed the Science 2 Reputation University, which is just so it means he does not have a predator in hand. But it's very suspicious again. University style.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't know what we can read into it.
I'm surprised Jim didn't grab that and wait one turn.
Yeah,
Have
would have been
have the
tempting.
four. Right.
Yeah, it's a trade-off. Doing the early project is such a big advantage that often it's just not worth waiting for an extra conservation point or two.
Well, where it really would be a massive benefit is if you had the medical institute. You had one of those cards to
Oh
come right
yeah.
behind. Yeah, right.
If you had one of those cards, like a science
Oh,
museum or a medical breakthrough, then yeah, you'd definitely wait and go for
yeah,
5, I think.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah,
that's also good information. We can pretty much rule out that Jim does not have one of those cards.
yeah, absolutely. No, Jim would have absolutely played that the
Yep.
different way.
Yep. Jake on his turn plays the expert in predators. I mean, still be really good, but maybe a little bit unhappy. He played it the turn after Yemen played the spotted hyena compound.
And well, Andrew's going to lay down something that's going to go with that what he picked up for his with his worker, right? It's just
Yeah. So I mean, first thing that comes to mind is he just needs the science icon for something. Could be something like a Tasmanian devil. Then maybe he
hmm
does have 2 predators again, but wasn't able to play it before round one or in round one. Jim actually does snap up that cheetah with his cards action. Just hasn't moved cards out of the way just yet. And now Andrew's building again.
It's just for the future. He's building for the future, Sam.
That's definitely one of those speculative enclosures. Oh, okay, there's the reason. He plays the meerkat den
Hmm.
Wow, with herbivores as a base project,
Explain
that's
one that I left
one of the
the
best cards you could get, one of the best sponsors. So now
Absolutely.
every herbivore he plays just gives 2 extra appeal. And
Yes.
yeah, you need the reputation to be able to play it, which is why he grabbed the Science to Your Reputation University.
Yeah. Yep.
And look at how full his map is already. He's already played
It's
2
just
sponsor
it's
buildings.
crazy. Come on. It just how fast that goes. Like if I was in a game with you, this would be turn 4 for me. That's what my map looks like on turn 4. I mean, it's just amazing how efficient. That's what I would say. That's how I would sum all four of them up. Is
Yeah.
just how efficient they are with their cards.
At,
It's interesting that they're not trying to. Um, I don't want to say block, but there was a lot, like you said, both players have had sponsors at 5 that could have taken it to the break, and
mhm.
you just lost 3 of your 6 cards. You're planning on sunbathing, and and that happens so often in this game. If players see something like that happen, so
It's a tricky thing about 4-player games because blocking one player is sort of, if it's detrimental to your own game, you don't really want to do it.
right.
Because you just kind of have to focus on yourself. And yeah, the players have sort of done that at the moment. They've just played the sponsors they want to play. They're not in any hurry to cause the first break. Uh, and yeah, there's just been so many good cards on display. It's just been really hard to
Yeah.
block any one player because it's just every single card is so good at the moment.
Right. Well, like you said, snapping Science Institute and playing it
Yeah.
immediately. You know, I mean, there's just things happening.
Oh, we
Um,
got a great look at U-Man's hand there. He has the expert on Americas, which we did see him pick up from the display actually, I think. And he had a
yes.
geological project, and he actually just played the Great Hornbill on his move, so that does give him his second Asia icon for next round. So he's ready to support Asia at 2.
How many rock does he have?
Only one from the Spotted Hyena compound at the moment, so we'll see if he can get a second one. Otherwise, it's not going to do too much good.
Right, and that's a card. That's a card you can keep unless you're forced out, but that's a card you can keep for a while and just build up to it, right? That's something that can be laid down so much later. Doesn't have to be
It's
laid down quickly.
Well, it's a tough one because it's really dependent on what you draw and how many cards you can keep. But
Right.
it's one that you don't mind keeping, but also maybe not so unhappy to get rid of. You can see Jake on his turn is playing the Mountain Tapir. Nice America's 2 size animal, also a herbivore. He's choosing to dig away cards from the display, so he digs away the muskox that was in folder 3 and reveals another America's animal. Just ridiculous.
It is kind of crazy, isn't it?
I think at the moment Jake's just deciding whether to dig a second card or not. Oh, he digs away the baboon rock
Hmm.
and reveals. I'm kind of.
There he
Oh my
is.
god. The expert on Asia now appears.
I mean, these are like for what's out there, they're like the best cards you could possibly get that's
Yeah,
coming out.
expert on Asia definitely with Asia as the base project. There was a bit of a conspiracy theory going on actually around this table. Players were wondering if the deck was rigged because of time limitations. I
Yeah.
think there was about a 2 or 3 hour window to play this game, and maybe it was WSBG trying to rush the game out by giving them all just amazing cards.
So I can answer that in the sense of they could play this game for 7 hours and we would have waited for them. So it was the last final of the last day, and then at the end of that we draw. Get done, they're gonna go out. We all gather around. It's a crazy event. It's nuts, but no, they could play forever. And we tell everybody it's gonna be from 11 to 1 a.m. Yep, we don't know when it's gonna end. We have no idea.
Theory debunked then.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, these guys, whoever wins this game, they'll be staying up for 9 hours practicing whatever semifinal game they get chosen into. It's just hilarious to watch. It really is. I mean, they're bananas. But the
That's
best thing now is BA, um, and they're such a great partner with us. They really are. In fact, we have World Series tournaments now running all the time up there, so you can win ring tickets. You can win buys and rounds. It's really kind of cool. You're really into the team are just amazing, amazing team. So everybody can practice now. You can practice constantly on a game, you've never played.
yeah,
So,
it's a great resource. I mean, I love Board Game Arena.
oh, just an amazing, just one of my favorite addictions. I have many of them. Cheers to the boys at the table. There's a cheers. I don't have this addiction, but I thought I would have. I want to listen. I brought a celebratory drink for these guys. This is my first ever color commentary. Sam Sidekick. I'm gonna actually get a shirt next year. Be wearing it at the World Series. You guys gonna see me? It just says Sam Sidekick and a
Oh,
big.
nice. I'm gonna have to design a shirt like that and start selling it.
Oh, we'll put it in the store. Put it in the store. We sell a lot of merchandise there. So, anyway,
on
yeah,
Jim on Jim's turn, we saw him play the Caracal. So just another Predator. Jake would be very happy with that, getting 3 money. Uh,
Jake's gonna be raking in the money. Has no plans what's about that.
and no surprise on Andrew's turn. Plays a third sponsor for the game. I think we're only at move 5 or 6, but already 3 sponsors played. What a playground. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Look at his map. Oh my gosh.
At this rate, he's going to fill the map in about 12 turns. It's going to be a new record.
I mean, come on, we're what 5 or 6 turns in. He's got 3 sponsors down. That's
It can
insane.
definitely be a good and a bad thing. One thing you will notice if you play too many sponsor buildings is you start really running out of space on your map.
Right, right, right. You can't put down all of a sudden that 4 or 5 that you wanted to put down near a
Yeah.
rock or water. You can't do it.
Having said that, look at how neatly they're all placed. There's sort of no gaps in there. And because T1 is kind of an open map, there is still space for at least 2 or 3 more 5 size
Oh,
enclosures.
yeah, yeah. I'm not going to be surprised if he doesn't put a 5 down soon and just yeah. How do you feel as these guys are going through like this? The conservations don't really push you in this direction, but the Averys and the um uh trying to think
And
of
the
the
reptile house,
yeah, the reptile house and the Avery. How do you feel about that now?
bit
Is,
of
is
an
that dictated on the conservations or
it's a bit of an interesting
your
one
hands?
because when Ark Nova first came onto Board Game Arena, upgrading build was super common. Like it used to happen nearly every game for every player. But now the trend is sort of upgrading build is less and less common the faster that games go. So I'm not even sure we're gonna have any of these players upgrade build for this game, which just eliminates the possibility of an Avery or a reptile house.
Yeah, right.
So that's one that's definitely interesting to keep an eye out for. If any player does decide to upgrade build or not.
It's a lot harder to start generating income without that, where you can, place the three and, kiosk and, there's a lot, you're doing 2 or 3 moves really is what you're doing when you're upgraded.
Yeah,
So
and that could totally be why Jim started with the 5 income bonus. It could definitely signal that he's not planning on upgrading build this game and just gets the
100%,
5 money from that.
100% agree
Yeah.
with that. Yeah. And that's a strategy. I mean, that's a good strategy. You could, as long as you don't need that upgrade, as long as you don't need to be on any of those red spaces, you're all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do see a 5 size enclosure come down for Jim. That is most likely going to be for the cheetah that he snapped up earlier. So that'll give him a nice head start on the Predators project. That'll give him 3 tags total.
That cheetah card has no requirements at
Yeah,
all.
it's very easy to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's generally not considered a good animal because it's kind of expensive for what it does, and it does not give that many points when you compare it to something like an elephant or, I don't know, a
For a
Sumatran
five
tiger or
enclosure.
something.
Right. There's a
Um,
couple of birds like that too.
yeah,
But
a lot of the birds are big and don't give many points. That's why the aviary is nice to just jam them all in together.
right, because you're only getting 4 to 6 on a lot of those, and
Yep,
you're scavenging, but you're also with the you're sprinting.
yep.
It's and there's um, some good combos there, especially later in the game with the cheetah or any of those cards that you are going to sprint with, and then you got sunbathing coming right behind it, right? Where they can't break fast enough for you, you know. So,
That is a fantastic combo if you can get it.
hmm
We see
I
the
get. Go ahead.
yeah, I mean we see the first Andrew that animal that we see the first animal that Andrew plays is the crested porcupine. Is a herbivore, so just looks like he's going to support two herbivores at the start of round two. Um, and have a look at his appeal at the moment. He has taken a nice lead from all this early appeal from the meerkat den, the water playground, now the porcupine, the polar bear exhibit even gives appeal. So his income
Yeah,
is
he
going to
got
be
two.
quite
Yeah,
high.
right. He got two for that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he did dig away a few things. He dug the Tamarin that Jim had marked, so that goes into Jim's hand. I think Jim's going to be facing a bit of a hand size issue at the moment, has a lot of cards,
Hmm.
so we'll have to discard down relatively soon. And that card we were talking about earlier shows up the Science Museum. Quite funny.
Hmm.
I think there'll be a few players interested in that.
It just keeps on giving. It's just an amazing game to me. It just is, especially when you're watching four world-class players play it. Just the way they're thinking, the way they're reacting. And it just if you've just focused on Andrew, uh, and you mean over the last 5 minutes, the concentration they have, they're constantly working through. You can tell they just are. You know that if this happens, this happens. If that happens, this happens. And I do
Yeah,
this, I do that. You know.
so many different
Well,
things you have to think
oh,
about.
yeah.
The first break is getting closer. Jake does do a break three action, so now the break's only two away. Jim builds a one size enclosure, and looks like Andrew's going to cause the break with a cards action. So the game's progressing reasonably quickly. Ah, of course, he snaps up the Science Museum.
Is it blue?
Yep. It's
I'm gonna get it.
actually the fact that he snapped it over the export on Asia is really interesting to me, but he only has the one science tag at the moment. I guess that indicates that he is gonna get more reasonably soon.
Or he could be thinking somebody else really wants it, and I don't want them to have it. You know.
True, yeah, I mean Jim would definitely be interested in it. I don't know if it's a complete denial pick away from Jim. I think Andrew would have plans on playing it himself.
Well, I think if that card is blue, Sam,
Yeah,
in fact, I'm gonna get Andrew a shirt for next year. It just says, "Is it blue?" Because that guy's just a machine.
yeah.
Yes, he is.
Okay,
How's Jake?
all the players have discarded down.
So where does everybody stand? Right? Let's go through where everybody stands.
Yeah, so at the moment, it's a little bit early to tell, but Andrew has that early appeal lead. No one's really ahead on the conservation track. Jim's done the first project, but not too much of an advantage there.
Right.
It looks like Andrew has the early lead with the open four size enclosure and just the appeal lead. He'll have quite a bit of income from that. But Jim's also kind of Jim even has more income because of the five income
Number
bonus that he
five.
picked
Yeah.
up. Yeah. And does have the open five size as well and the cheetah, so well let's see. So Yemen is opening the round, Andrew calls the break, Yemen is first player. Does just support Asia at 2. And does take this unique project reward from the T1, which is draw a card from reputation range, which he does grab expert on Asia with. The other kind of interesting thing about this map is the map ability itself. So as long as you have unlocked this draw a card from reputation range project reward, you can actually, on your turn, discard a card to increase an action strength by 1. So that's something we could see the players utilize quite a bit if they do opt for that upgrade.
Yeah, that's a very, in a sense, different upgrade than what your normal maps would have, and
It changes how you
completely
play
different. Oh,
dramatically.
right, right, right. That's exactly right.
And it's going to make something like upgrading cards even better because
Right.
you just want access to more cards. And also, the funny thing about this map is, uh, firstly, another unique project reward is just getting 3 reputation, so that makes the cards upgrade even better. But then also, for
Hmm.
getting your second and third workers, you also get a reputation each. And
Right.
we see, as Jake does support 2 Americas and also takes 5 income, both Yemen and Jake took the worker instead of the upgrade at 2 conservation points. How often have you done that, John?
I've never done that in my entire life except for the first game I played because I didn't know what I was doing on that. That to me, it just to me, I don't know. I just uh, from a strategy standpoint, which two, are you not going to upgrade, right? So, they're going to not upgrade the worker, or they're not going to upgrade you just talked about the build, that's, now you got somebody spending 2, spending 5, spending, they're moving down, they're moving up on that the conservation track there pretty quick,
Yeah.
so. Yeah, it's many times when you see people flip the sponsor card that they don't most likely are going they're most likely not going to flip their worker, right? They're just not. That's just the association card is going to just not get flipped because one of those cards not now these guys have to pick two, so I'm never surprised they both did that. That's
We'll see how it plays out. Yeah.
when they could
They're
have
all good
just taken the
questions, yeah.
sponsor, right? Right. If they really wanted us, they could have just taken the sponsor, right? So.
So we see Jim on his turn. After Jake supported 2 Americas, Jim just grabs the Science to Reputation University. Andrew does support 2 herbivores and does take the Draw from Reputation reward. As well as upgrades, he did choose to upgrade at 2 conservation points. He upgraded sponsors. We know the reason. He has the Explorer. He wants to play that as soon as possible. Yumen's turn was very quick, just X'd back animals. Just doesn't have anything to play. Doesn't have an enclosure, so just gets it out of the way. And it looks like Jake is snapping up a fox with his action.
Those predators.
Yeah, so we've seen so many, and now the card that just got revealed after that is a predator breeding program. So players will be interested in that.
Boy, it really does look like it was a stacked deck, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it wasn't. We know that. That is not the case. This is we are the World Series is on this as up and up, but it's just an amazing what's coming out for
Hmm.
these guys right now.
Jim does push the game forward. Breaks 5 with his sponsor's action. So now he's very rich. Oh my goodness. The other players can only just sit back and laugh, but Andrew. We thought Andrew was going to play Explorer because we saw him snap it up, but
Right.
he just played Talented Communicator, which is the other upgraded sponsor requirement card that just gives you a worker. So now it kind of looks like Jim is a little bit behind because all the other players have 2 workers and Jim is still only on his first worker. It creates like an interesting dynamic because Jim wants a break really soon, but the other players are like, no, we want to spend our workers.
Right.
It can be a tough position to be in a 4-player game.
Yeah, because it's pretty hard to get to that break if no one else has helped get there. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Jim absolutely wants the break to happen without those two workers being played.
Yeah. Yemen does build a 5 size enclosure. We see those speculative 5 sizes coming out.
Hmm. Semifinals are really a couple of games were really, really close. And I'm talking, somebody, went out really quick at the end in the sense of One person had two birds, had the eagle, had the two determinations, and couldn't play, couldn't get them down, couldn't get them in, couldn't get them in. Didn't have it.
That's really sad when you have an eagle in hand and don't get to play it.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's. I mean, it would have been. I don't know how many. Just think about how many moves you're gonna do, but you only do so much. But still, it's just. And that's those the end game strategy absolutely is what really separates the great players from good. I'll say great from good players, and knowing even if it's a close game to get out, so they can't play anything else. There's just nothing they can do. You know.
Andrew's taking your advice. He's building that speculative 5 size enclosure, so now it's an open 4 and a 5 size, but he uses it to draw up the blue card in veterinarian. Oh my. And we can see the
Wait,
sort of dynamics in play. Jake actually decided to
should we rewind that just to make sure he grabbed a blue card?
Oh, he definitely grabbed the blue card. We can have it big up zoomed in on screen. He definitely grabbed it.
Oh my gosh.
We can see the sort of dynamics at play. Jake actually decided to X back sponsors instead of breaking because he does not want to break. Something you don't see happen very often. Jim just did a cards action to draw from the deck. Andrew built that 5 size enclosure. And the veterinarian is going to be fantastic for him just to get those science tags to play that science museum eventually.
Well, I mean, it has so many positives. Just now you're at four instead of five,
Yeah.
playing a constellation with it, as the game progresses, that becomes more and more important, right? Would you, on a strategy, would you hold off until you got so many universities to play that just because of the extra money?
The science museum or the vet?
No, the vet.
It really depends. I think in Andrew's case, he can because we know that he still has other sponsors that he wants to play, like the Explorer. So in that case, you can wait. But I mean, if you don't have anything else to play, playing the vet for 0 money or 2 money is still a fine move. I think. I mean, like all things, it depends. It's a funny thing with Arc
Right.
Nova.
And this is, this map that was built by Matthias for tournaments. So this was the first competitive tournament map. Um, uh, I think he's done just a really good job with it. And because there's just a lot of things on there that, um, like you said, just really change the dynamics.
Yeah,
They just changes it.
it
So
it makes the players think because I don't think any of these players would have a ton of experience on this map.
no, not at all. Right. I would agree with that. In fact, but they've had all year to practice on it, right? They've had all year the
Yeah,
players here last year all got it as a promo.
it's a good question actually. Was it determined beforehand that the final would be on T1 map?
Yeah, I was in I was in if you go into the Arc Nova rules when you signed up, it was in there. Yeah,
Okay,
because
so
we had a
so
big
they know.
discussion on it.
Yeah.
Well, we had a big discussion on it because they uh, talked about not wanting to play it because they didn't know, right? And then, of course, Shane, who is and Eugene, who are amazing tournament directors. No, it was in there. So
Okay, so
yeah,
they know. They've had
yes, they
time to
do.
practice.
Yeah, yeah. We're not going to try to. Not going to. Yeah, we're not going to do anything like that. In the sense of, we want them to have that chance, right, to practice with it, and just like the people that make the finals. One year we had a couple people that had never played the game before. There's no time to once you come out of the semifinals, we go right to the finals. So you have no
Yeah,
time to practice
yeah.
anything. But you've had a whole year to look at 16 games. It's going to be one of those 16 games. So, you know, it's funny. You got to take some responsibility. So um, anyway.
There is that cheater coming out for Jim. So I look at all this money Jake is getting. He gets another 6.
Wow.
Jim also hit 5 reputation from that animals action, so does opt to upgrade association. I think that's quite good in 4-player games. I mean, just the cheap donations give you a lot of points for not a lot of money.
Right.
So it can be
Right.
nice getting in there first.
Yeah. The 255, I mean, for 12, you're getting three, right?
Yeah,
You're
it's it.
getting 6 to 9 points there.
If
Yeah.
you can get all 3, it's amazing. If the other players don't beat you to them.
Right.
And just recapping, Yumen's turn does play the expert on age that we saw him grab. So that gave him quite a bit of appeal. Can see he's up with the others, sort of on that 11-12 appeal range.
You
And
know, you know what Jim did right there? I think that's a great move in the sense of if you flip your associate, if you flip your sponsors, I'm just gonna say this, you flip that sponsor card, you're fighting a guy who is an expert in grabbing and playing sponsors, you know, so the chances of you getting them are slim, and then you got to deal with the other two people on top of it.
well, let's not. So just breaking 5 with upgraded sponsors in itself is still fine because you get so much money. So
You get 10, but
playing the
still,
good sponsors is one part of it for sure. But I think also in 4-player games, money is a little bit less tight. I think generally you tend to find there are more breaks. The games are faster paced, so money is not as much of an issue. I don't think so. If you do upgrade sponsors, you probably do want to play those upgraded sponsors as opposed to using it to break.
right, right. And let
And
me, you know, you're on the other side of Andrew and you know, who are pounding away at these
he's a
sponsors.
vacuum cleaner for those
Oh
sponsors.
my gosh, yeah. I mean, I just do. I think it's a good move because they may not be upgrading their associations, right?
Mm.
You know, whether they do or have or not. But I think it's a good strategy.
And John, we do see your combo. Jim played the cheater to sprint extra cards, and then played the water dragon to sunbathe 2 of them away. So that's a
There you go.
fantastic combo.
Yeah. How many predators does Jim have now? Do you know? Can you see?
Sitting at 3 does have the Caracal and the cheetah, so 3 tags. And Andrew actually does use the map ability. He discarded a card to boost up Association 1 and grab his second university, the double science. So now he can play that. He can play the vet, then the science museum. And also, funnily enough, on this map, it does play a bit differently because normally when you get two universities, you get a card upgrade, but in this case, you don't. You actually need to get a university and a partner zoo before you get an upgrade. So Andrew's still sitting on the 1 upgrade from 2 conservation points.
They has he played Explorer? He hasn't played Explorer
He
yet, has
still
he?
has not played it yet. We know
I,
3 cards in his hand: Explorer, Vet, Science Museum.
you know, I got to ask you, one of the best players in the world, Sam. I mean, I would have been, now for me, you know, I would have been trying to get that down as fast as I possibly could, just to be starting to gain the 2 and 1, you know.
It hasn't hurt him that much because he hasn't played an animal in that time, so it's not like he's missed out
Yeah,
on
right.
any points.
When he has no animal to play.
Yeah,
So I guess he
well,
has time. Huh.
I can't exactly see how many cards are in his hand, but it might be true. We know he has 3 sponsors. Yumen does grab the hand size university, and I think Jake's actually a little bit unhappy about that. I think he was really trying to get a university to upgrade an action card, but he had to settle for the Asia Partner Zoo instead. Because all the universities are just gone this round. Oh, and oh, that's a great card for Jim. Jim plays the breeding program, so now we said he had 3 predator tags before. Now essentially he has 4 predator tags because that just gives
Just
a
needs one
wild
more, yeah.
token.
One more to get the 5, yeah.
Yeah, or he might even just decide to do it at 4 if he doesn't have another one. The difference between 4 and 5 is not a huge amount in this case, so
Yeah. No
could
sense waiting, right?
yeah, could definitely just see it happen at 4. It's going to depend what else he has in his hand. I don't think we know too much about his hand because he did draw from the deck last cards action we saw. And it doesn't look like he's holding on to that many cards. Okay. Andrew just X's back animals. Shouldn't really be that surprising. It's possible he has no animals in hand. He just has these empty enclosures and a lot of sponsors. That's something that we see quite often from his gameplay.
I would say, right, that is probably one of his main strategies, no matter what game you're in with him on that.
Yeah,
What's your favorite strategy, Sam?
I'm pretty flexible. I don't go. I mean, sponsors just in general are really strong cards, but I certainly. I mean, I do prioritize them, but not as highly as Andrew does.
I love, I have to tell you, one of my favorite parts of this game is getting the Wazoo large animal. I love doing that. I do. Especially when you have map two when you're playing in the normal world. Not the tournament map, but when you got map two running, is it just just and you have the cards, you're just hammering it down and you're getting extra four every single time.
The was a special assignment on large animals is definitely very fun to play, but also a touch risky.
Oh, 100%. 100%, but just so much fun.
It is one of the most fun you can have in the game.
Yes. Yes, very much so.
Yuman was debating whether to do animals or not. Just decides to X back build first. Probably just waiting to do animals at 5 so we can get that reputation and get a card upgrade. But doesn't want to do cards because I don't think he wants to break just yet. So chooses to X back build as a sort of waiting action, I guess. And now what is Jake deciding? Jake does not have any cards upgraded, by the way, just yet. He took the worker at 2 CP and has 2 partner zoos. But it looks like he's just going to do animals. Oh, he is playing that fox that we saw earlier. Okay, so that'll give him 2 predators. And more money from expert and predators. Hmm. It's a really interesting position. It's a struggle to tell who's ahead at the moment.
Yeah, they're all pretty tight there, aren't they?
Scores generally will be tight this early on, but just every player has really good things going on for them. Even though Andrew has all the sponsors, like I think Jim with the Predators 4 project coming up is in a really strong position. Jake with the Expert in Predators and 2 relevant partner zoos, 2 Predator tags, empty 5 sides, he's in a good position. Yemen has Expert on Americas and Expert on Asia already played, so that's going to be really strong for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's money and appeal the whole way. Whole way. But it just is to me it's amazing where Andrew hasn't laid down really any animals. And is it
He's played that Soul Porcupine and somehow is
right?
nearly leading on appeal.
Yeah, leading on appeal, right?
Nearly, yeah.
Right. It's just well, just to show you what level he's playing at, right? It's just a different knowing you're gonna get two here, four here, two here. It's gonna move you up.
So Andrew on his turn actually did discard a card, I think, and spent some X tokens to be able to play Vet and Science Museum on the same turn. So he is now loaded with money. And I think more importantly, he does have 5 research tags now, so he can support research at the max level, the project. As Yumen actually does decide to cause the break here with a cards action. I think Jim broke the previous turn before that.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew played both the sponsors, now Yumen's causing the break.
Oh, Andrew's going to be really flush with money, isn't he? After
Yeah,
this.
his income is still one of the highest. Although Jake also took the 5 income, so I actually can't tell how many cards Andrew has at the moment. We think he has Explorer, but that might be his only card in hand. In which case, it's not an easy position to play at all.
No. Because he's got the enclosures built.
Yeah, if he needs to find animals for them. I think the koala could be a very good answer for that. I mean, when we look at the koala here, he gives a lot of points, but for Andrew in particular, he gives extra points for the
Right. With the
meerkat den
meerkat.
and
Yep.
the
Yep.
polar bear exhibit.
Yep.
So that
Oh
could be
yeah.
insane if he
Right.
gets it.
That's an extra that's an extra 4.
Yeah.
Now I got a question. I mean, me myself,
Mm-hmm.
I would be trying to get to that card as fast as I could so he couldn't get that card. Because that card that's going to be worth what, 12 plus
If
pouching?
he pouches with it up to 16, yes, it's a lot.
That's
It's trickier on this map. Normally on other maps you would have the snapping project reward available, but
hmm
in this case you can only draw from reputation range. So if you want to deny it, you actually have to spend a card's action snapping it up. It's a
yeah.
bit of a higher cost, but for an animal like the koala, could definitely be worth doing.
Yeah, you might not score as much as Andrew, but you're going to score.
Oh,
You're still
it
scoring.
is a
You're still
fantastic animal
scoring
to play.
12,
Yeah,
right? You're still scoring 12 off of it.
yeah. It's something we call like a point bomb animal. It gives you a lot of points for not a lot of actions, which can be extremely valuable in Ark Nova.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I guess the kind of issue is I don't think any player has an Australia tag at the moment, so it's not actually playable for anyone until they get that partner zoo. That might rule it out for someone like Jake, who's already got 2 partner zoos, makes it a bit more difficult to play. Andrew does take the Predator breeding program from reputation range with his break income, and yeah, it's going to be back to Jake as first player for the round. With sponsors at 5, we'll see how he opens the round. Opens by building, okay. Just a 2-size enclosure. This is why I really like taking the 2-size enclosure bonus as a project reward. Just saves you so much time building these small enclosures. Okay, so he does build it over the clever spot on the map, and clever's sponsors out of the way. So he is ready to do a project. We'll see what he wants to support. Just talking about how they've upset the sponsor man in Andrew by clevering back sponsors. Well, this is the moment we get to see if Jim does 4 Predators or a different project. And also what reward he takes. Okay, spending his cube from the breeding program.
It should be the Predators.
Yeah. Wow, actually, oh, it's a little bit unexpected. He chooses to take the 3 reputation as the project reward. It in this case it kind of does the same thing as grabbing a worker because the extra reputation just gets him past 8 and his second worker.
Right.
So it's basically like getting a second worker now. And
Are there any other maps that have the three reputation on it?
no, this is completely unique.
Yeah.
It Yeah, he does not have cards upgraded though, and he's sitting on 9 reputations, so he really wants to get a partner to and upgrade cards pretty soon. Does also get the first donation, if he remembers. Yeah, he is doing that. And at 5 conservation points, chooses to take the ×2 token and put it on sponsors. So now, if we look at the scoreboard right now, Jim is ahead on both tracks and still has a decent amount of money, so I do like Jim's position. The question is just going to be, can he keep the momentum going?
Well, that's the key to this game, isn't it? You just when you get out ahead, especially when you're getting out ahead of these three players, right? Right. You mean flew in for this, right? He flew these guys. These are the best. So you cannot stop them. You got to keep the momentum building and building and building and building.
Mm-hmm. Andrew does build a 3 size enclosure. That should be very telling for the other players.
So what's he? He has a five,
He has a
a
5, a
three.
4, and a 3.
Three.
Uh, but we're tracking his cards, right? He has Explorer and the Predator breeding program he just got, and one of the card he just drew, so everyone should know he wants that koala. Yemin does play animals, that gets him to 5 reputation, and he does choose to upgrade sponsors, okay? Or we get a good look at his hand. He plays the Cinerus Vulture.
Hmm.
So, oh, maybe an Aviary is coming.
The cheetah of the birds.
Yeah, certainly a big bird to play in that 5 size enclosure just does not give a lot of points, but it does give some
Right.
extra than normal. I mean, he has the expert on Asia, so it's also giving him a pavilion.
Hmm.
And he's progressing pretty well towards Asia. I mean, he has 4 different Asia tags up, so he's only 1 away from 5. Oh, sorry, he's already done it at 2. He
Yeah,
cannot do it
yeah,
at 5.
yeah.
Well, he's still working on it.
And that's gonna scavenge too, right?
Yeah, can see Jim just shuffled the discard pile. Yeah, I wonder what he wants the upgraded sponsors for. I'm not sure if it's just going to be for money. He must have another motive behind it.
Hmm. Maybe he traded. Traded with Andrew because Andrew needed an animal.
Yay.
Uh.
Good point. Just slipped the Explorer to him. Okay, Jake is now getting his first university, making it hand size, so that will get him his first card upgrade. I would expect it's going to be animals at this point. I mean, he's got a 5 next move. Yeah, it is animals.
You know, even if you don't upgrade your animals, there's some great you know, um,
Animals that don't require
yeah,
upgrade.
yeah, great, yeah, yeah. It's just there's some great cards, a lot of great cards.
Koala is one of the best ones if you don't have animals upgraded. There are still some good ones. Oh, we see Jim just snapped up the expert in herbivores. That's going to be pretty decent for him, but also really nice to deny from Andrew, who already has the Meerkat Den played.
Yes.
And now, yeah, we see Andrew remembers to use Vet, so actually only needs to do Associate at 4. Does support Research at 5, and takes 2 size enclosure bonus. And here we go. At 5 conservation points, he gets the marketing bonus, so he can play a sponsor for money, and there is the Explorer. No surprises there.
All that money's going to come back to him.
Yeah. And now he's ready to just start pumping out the animals. Just debating where to put that 2 size. So Andrew evens up with Jim in terms of conservation points. Appeal is about the same. Although I think that the huge advantage Andrew has right now is all these empty enclosures.
Yes. Yeah, he doesn't have, they're ready.
It's going to save so much time in the future, whereas Jim's going to have to take actions building. Andrew's just ready.
Right. And he's got the money.
Yeah, he is stacked with money. Jim has Jim has 23 himself, so not too bad. But yeah, building those enclosures also costs money, so. Give us a look at that hand. What is it? Yemin's discarding a card to do association at 5 using the map ability. Tells Jim to start shuffling the discard pile. He's going to need it. Oh, wow. Okay, I think we actually did see him pick that up earlier, so it shouldn't be too surprising. Unless, I'll need to check. He might have... No, I think he must have got it earlier. Low mountain range, great projects. That's the thing about these big birds. It doesn't really matter how much appeal they give if you're just going to release them anyway. So
Yeah, he got that early because you said, that's one of the best
yeah, and we can see it
projects.
here. It's giving him 5 conservation points and his 5 size enclosure back. So sad aviary noises. Looks like we're not going to have an aviary this game. But yeah, it does release the bird and takes 2 size bonus. And it looks like he's going to cover the scavenging spot on his map, so that's why Jim is shuffling the discard pile.
Right.
Oh, there's actually a bit of debate at the moment. So what they're saying is the vulture should be in the discard pile because it's getting released before he gets the 2 size bonus, so Jim's going to have to reshuffle that.
And that is absolutely true. That's how that should be done.
And he reaches 8
He could get that card right back and play it again.
Yeah, he might.
Play it again.
It's a possibility. It's a scavenge 3. Don't think we see it there.
That's another thing that we were talking to game theory tables. They supply all the tables for the finals and throughout. Amazing. George is just an amazing guy. But we talked about getting a card cam, right? The amount of technology it takes, I know it sounds easy or whatever. That is so hard. So hard to do. So
something like that in poker, you can just see all the players' hands.
Yeah. Yeah, where we would know exactly what was in their hands and
Sorry, everybody at home, but my poor play hopefully has led to a good turn, so I'm not that terrible.
while we're waiting, what's your second favorite game there, Sam?
Well, I mean,
Oh, to play? Oh, it's a tough question. If you asked me last year, it would have been Terraforming Mars.
We had Dr. Frixelis there.
I saw, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see us play?
Uh, I haven't watched the ring final for that yet. I saw it got released the other day, I think. All right.
Well, we played a game with the doctor, myself,
Oh, I have not watched that
Tom.
one. Is that on the Dice
Yeah,
Tower?
it
All
is.
right.
It should be up there. It's Tom Vassell, Stephen Bonacore, the Godfather, the Podfather, myself, and the Doc. And
Okay. Don't spoil the result. I will watch that one
I will
later.
not. I will not. But I will tell you, I just learned Terraforming Mars 9 months ago. When I learned this, when I learned Arc Nova, and yeah, I think I've played 512 games of Terraforming
Oh,
Mars on BGA.
jeez. Okay.
But, but I lost my first game to Stephen Bonacore down at the Winter Spectacular. And I got it from the table and I looked across and I looked at the Podfather and I said, I will never, ever lose to you again in this game. And I went on to BGA and I practiced and played and I won't give you the result. I'll let you watch the annihilate. I mean the game that we played.
Will do. Looks like Jake is having a pretty amazing turn from what I can see. He's using all of that money. He's playing a sun bear, and I'm pretty sure the second animal's a grizzly bear. So that is going to get him another worker, as well as an upgrade at 5 reputation, which he is choosing to upgrade association. And it's also giving Andrew 4 more appeal from the polar bear exhibit, so he's going to be delighted with that. But we see after that animal's action, Jake's actually taken an appeal lead, and then I believe he's sitting on 4 predator tags himself, so he's very close to the project. He does get to do a project immediately.
Jim took the 4, right?
Yeah, Jim's
He
locked
didn't.
it at 4, so I don't think he can do it at 5 just yet. Oh, he's just grabbing his second university. Ooh. Yeah, so I think he really would have liked to do it at 4, but it was blocked. Second university is okay. It gets him another upgrade. It just feels a little bit slow, but that will be
Hmm.
his 3 upgrades for the game, so we'll see what his last choice is. I would
Well, remember he got blocked in what was it last round or
Yeah. Earlier this round, yeah.
yeah.
Does decide to take the double science university and upgrades. Personally, I think cards would make the most sense. But it looks like he's thinking hard. He's hovering over sponsors. We're gonna see that association and sponsor upgrade combo. Okay. Oh, and he does actually take the second donation at 5. Or one of the second donations at 5.
When the previous on the animals, which was during the animals turn.
He's still on the same.
Hmm.
No, I knew he upgraded this turn, but it was the animals, not the association.
Cube on the 5. Here. I think that's everything.
Association goes down.
I think it's a good combination to have. When you think about just how the actions work together, upgraded sponsors gives you a lot of money. Upgraded association lets you spend that money. Just has some good synergy together.
Hmm.
Equally as great
Equally
things.
as great things.
Oh, and now we see the downside of Jim not having the 2 size bonus. He spends another build action building a 1 size enclosure. So they're just joking that it's definitely not anywhere near as good of an action as what Jake just did.
Is
Ooh.
that another enclosure?
It's another sponsor for Andrew is what it is. He's playing the expert on Europe from reputation range with his upgraded sponsors action. Which he gets him some appeal. He already had the porcupine played, but a bit of an odd one, I would say.
Yeah.
He does cover the mark spot on his map and does mark the koala, sort of reserving it for later. But we'll have to see if he gets it or not is the thing.
Sponsors action.
Yemin does have sponsors upgrade as well. Looks like he's debating playing something from his hand. Okay, he's playing the Bard Owl Hut from Reputation range as well.
Resolve the perception.
Have you ever not upgraded your sponsor card?
Yeah, I have statistics on this. I upgraded about 75% of the time, roughly. So about 1 in every 4 games I won't. Just gives you a lot of flexibility and a lot of threats. Like just being able to play things like the Bard Owl Hut from the display.
Yeah, right.
It makes it hard to play against because you can just do so many different things. I'm not fully convinced the Bard Owl Hut's going to be amazing this game. It's not relevant to any projects.
Right.
The extra cards are nice because you can use them as X tokens, basically, but it really depends on how many birds Yemin has. Which is something we don't know. And it's just moving that koala closer and closer to Andrew. Oh, there's another bird. Secretary bird appears.
Cards, break 2. Snap this.
2 money.
Jake doing cards to snap up the red panda. So that's most likely the reason that he took the double science university.
I was gonna say that's 2 science, right?
Yeah. It's a really good animal. Andrew is going to be super happy because he's just looking at 2 more bear points that he's going to get at a later point in time.
What's your number 1 map? What's the map for you?
I would say since you're not doing anything since we're watching.
Strongest or favorite?
Your favorite?
It's actually one from map pack number 2, which is, I think it has already been, yeah, it must have already been released, but it's coming to Board Game Arena soon. It's the Lagoon map. I find that really fun to play. Have you played that one?
I have not played that one yet. That's in map pack 2.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot of fun. You start the game with a person sponsor card. Extra, you get to keep 5 cards from your opening hand.
Wow.
And then every time you get a worker, you get another person sponsor card. So it's also going to be one of Andrew's favorites, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
Andrew makes a very safe play here. I think what I was expecting him to do is grab the Australia Partner Zoo, upgrade animals, and play the koala from Reputation range, but it's a bit risky if another player decides to take it away from him, so he decides to build a 2 size. He won't necessarily ever use that 2 size, but it allows him to draw up the koala from range. And I think that's a very safe play, because if he doesn't get the koala, he's actually in a lot of trouble. Because I think... I'm pretty sure he just doesn't have any animals in hand still without the koala. Yamin decides to build another open 5-size enclosure.
Jeez.
So the game looks close now. It looks kind of far away from the end, but when these players get going, they are going to score points extremely quickly.
Right.
I think we've had 2 breaks. There might only be another 1 or 2 breaks for the whole game. We're still...
It's really good.
Yeah, go on.
You know, once you get your appeal, up in the 20s, and you've got a couple of conservations, or at least one, and all of a sudden, like you said, now it starts from the high 20s to the high 40s goes really fast, and then high 40s to the 90s just as lightning, and then it's over.
Yeah.
It's just a
As soon as someone gets to about 50 points, the game can end like really quickly.
yep. Yeah, within a break.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Your turn and then a break.
I think we just saw Jake break for money there. So he gets him a lot more money. He did spend most of it on his Sun Bear and Grizzly Bear, so he gets a lot back. And Jimin's going to play some animals now. Yeah, Jimin's actually well ahead on the reputation track. We did see him grab the America's Partner Zoo the previous turn and upgrade cards. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. So now he plays the Skull and McCall, which needs that America's Partner Zoo.
Did you say he was ahead on the reputation track?
Oh yeah, he's up there at 10 reputation. All the other players are sitting on 6 or less. So he gets a card draw from 10 reputation, does take the Large Animals project. And is now just choosing to place his kiosk and pavilions from the Skull and McCall.
Hmm.
Yeah, so he gets him 6 more appeal. See if he has a second animal to play. He doesn't have a lot of money. And he's still got that ×2 on sponsors sitting there. We know he has that expert in herbivores. Oh, he does have a second animal, the Golden Lion Tamarin. So now he's just collecting the Americas tags. So he's got 1 from his partner zoo, he's got 2 from the animals he just played, and he has another from the breeding program sponsor. So he's sitting on 4 Americas right now.
And only the 2 has been played?
Yep, it's only been supported at 2 by Jake. Yeah, I mean, it's sitting at 1 tag, although it might grab the America's Partner Zoo next round. We'll have to see. And Andrew's no threat for Americas. He's still only played the 1 animal. We are halfway through round 3, still only played the single porcupine. Yeah, now does grab that Australia Partner Zoo. That will get him an upgrade. I fully expect it to be the animals action as he's about to play his koala. Yeah, it is animals.
You don't need an upgrade for koala though.
You don't, but when you have animals at 5 and you're about to use it, just having it upgraded just gives you some immediate value.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess with Andrew's next partner zoo, you can just upgrade cards and
I build a size 5 right here, covering 5, so I'll just pay 5. That's cool with everyone. Yeah.
all these players love their big enclosures. Jake building another 5 size now. I'm not even sure what that's for, because we just saw him snap up the red panda, but
Yeah.
maybe as another large predator in hand, that would help him get to 5. That would be pretty nice if he does. Okay, Jim finally using his ×2. Does play that expert in herbivores. That's good timing before Andrew plays the koala, so Jim's about to get some immediate money from that.
Right.
And see if he has another sponsor. Gonna break 5 with it. Oh, that's extremely fortunate for Andrew, I have to say. The
Yeah.
break is 1 away. Andrew is gonna get to place Koala before the break happens. And yeah, he's not sitting on hand size. I think he has these extra cards that he's just very happy to pouch.
Right. That's hard to sometimes. That's really hard sometimes because you got cards you just don't want to get rid of, and but you want a pouch. That's what it's worth for.
Yeah, it's tough to balance. I think he's going to be happy pouching a lot because he's just upgraded cards and now he can just get rid of everything, have a nice cards action, get back, basically draw up to his hand size
I'll just
again.
say, of course,
Convenient.
Right.
But yeah, like we talked about, this Koala is giving him a lot of points. Now he's taken a pretty big lead on the appeal track. Still has all these empty enclosures and is basically even on the conservation point track. It the biggest question is, what is his next project going to be? Because he's already done herbivores at 2,
Right.
and he's not exactly working towards anything else. Not working towards Americas or Asia or predators.
What's he at right now? He's at 2, 4, 6, 7. All right. Yeah.
Oh, he's actually playing the secretary bird as his second animal from reputation range.
Because he has the enclosure built.
Yeah, he has the enclosure. He can.
Right.
It gives him some points. I think more importantly, it gets him the 1 conservation point he needs to get to 8 CP, and that gets him 3x tokens, which are going to be really nice.
Boy, look at how far fast he went up on reputation there on the
On appeal, yeah,
ticket.
he
Yeah, on the
is.
field. I mean, just insane.
And you look at someone like Yamin, who has the empty enclosures and a bit of money, but is well behind on appeal and only just even on conservation points.
Right.
So we'll see if he has some animals to play here. He does have cards sitting at 5. Oh, okay, interesting. Yes, we
I guess he can play that. He's not over 25, is he?
yeah, well, he's well under native
Yeah.
farm animals from range. What do you think, John, about native farm animals? Because I have very strong opinions about this card.
This is the just for everybody's sake, this is the connection of the empty spaces.
Yeah, so you get 1 appeal for every border
Yeah,
space you are connected to, but not covering.
right. You, so one, it's you're getting the herbivore. So if that's one of your projects, that's great.
Very, very
That's
good point.
great, right?
Yes.
Number one. Number two, um, you're if you're trying to do that from a strategy standpoint, it's just not the only reason this is where I feel strongly. I'll tell you where I feel strongly about that card is when I draw it and I look down and I'm under 25 and I can get four or five appeal just because of how it laid out. That's great.
Yep.
That's amazing. But yeah, beyond because you got what Seabird and those are you're covering the water, so yeah, beyond the herbivore, it's nice, but it also costs you 5 too. So
I think
um,
any time you can get points for free, basically, that's what a sponsor does. It gives you points for no amount of money
right,
spent. That's always a pretty good thing. I think in this case, it
right.
gives him 5 appeal. He said.
Yeah, see, I think, but let's be clear. How many games have you gone this far and you're still way under 25 to be able to play that card, you know?
It can happen because he's done
Yeah,
the release, and he pretty much had to play this move because I expect he's about to play 2 animals and just get way above
right,
25.
right, right.
So sort of opportune time to play it. As we see, Jake does cause the break with a cards action at 3.
But when you look right now where they're at, where Andrew's sitting compared to the rest,
Mm-hmm.
and I say this from, a guy like you, I'll say a guy like you, or Andrew, just, top 10 in the world. You guys get out in those leads and then you guys are just throttling it down. There's just, it's almost relentless how good you guys are just going to keep moving that marker right there, that black marker, just going to keep moving up to that corner. Then it's going to come, it's just going to move so fast.
Sometimes, I will say, he does have a very nice lead at the moment, but the big questions are going to be, can he find a large animal for that enclosure he has, and can he find a project to support? Because at the moment, the
Yes,
answer to that is no. I think he has no. He just drew his first card in hand. Apart from that, he has no other cards. So he
right.
needs a. It's a very important cards action coming up for him. Because if he draws dead, he can absolutely just run out of steam.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a scary position to be in when you don't have any cards in hand. So
Yeah, right,
he's
right.
reliant on a good draw here. Yemin takes the migration recording from reputation range. Probably another one you don't want Andrew to have. But also he might be able to he can use it because he can release the Great Hornbill that he has.
Right. On the low mountain.
Yeah, exactly, on the low mountain range that's already out there.
And that's an extra 3 every time. But, just going back to where if you take Andrew's position, he's getting 2 extra appeal in so many different ways.
Yeah,
Right? Right? It's just and so it's just hard to catch that. It just is. It's just
it is. He's got many what we call appeal boosters. The polar bear
right.
exhibit, the meerkat den, explorer is a 1 appeal booster, I guess. But yeah, there's a lot of different avenues to extra points, which is why he's so far ahead at the moment.
Right. I mean, he's basically played one animal. He
Well,
played a
he's
herbivore.
played 3 now, but yes.
I know, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
He just played one animal that one animal
yeah, and he was already equal with the
16
others.
right, gave him 16 tickets and it didn't cost him that much.
Yeah, exactly. He is still very rich at the moment.
Right,
If we
right.
if we look at all the players' money, it's about even. I think Jim has the most with 37. Then Jake is mid 30s. Andrew's about mid 20s, and then Yemen's about 30 or mid 30s as well.
Yeah, it's just getting that machine going. And once you got it, once it's going, you're just there's not too many cards. Like you think if he grabs another bear, right? Or he grabs another
There's
herbivore.
got to be no
It's just
bears left in the deck at this point. We've seen a lot of them. There's certainly some out there, but yeah. So Jim started the round by doing cards, and now Andrew's doing cards as well, just drawing 1 at a time from the deck. I am actually a little bit surprised he doesn't want the Taipan from Reputation range, because
right.
that's just a decent animal to play.
What that would be a total of what 6 plus the
Plus
um
the Explorer
plus the
point, because he doesn't have a reptile played. Yeah,
oh
and
yeah,
it,
right. I forgot about explore. I'm just thinking, you know, I'm not even thinking that. Jeez, dude.
yeah, but also in peaceful mode, it gives you 2x tokens, which is amazing. Okay, yeah, Yemin starting the round with the America's Partner Suit into upgrading cards, so that'll be his 3 upgrades done for the game.
That's right. He took the worker.
Yeah, took the worker at 2 CP, so he's got all 3 of his upgrades.
You
Jake,
know, go ahead.
yeah, I was just gonna say Jake is the same, has 3 of his upgrades, and is now doing Oh, it's now grabbing his third university. I'm not sure about that. He's obviously just struggling for projects to do at the moment.
You know, one thing I've never played was Marine. I have not played Marine World yet.
It is a lot of fun.
Heels 5 right back to you.
It's a little bit different, but I think it opens up the possibilities for gameplay a lot more. I'm
Hmm.
enjoying it a lot.
The only reason I learn in person, so I haven't played in person. So once I get the PresCon, once I get to the WBC, I'll sit down with somebody and we'll say, just walk me through it.
Yeah, definitely give it a go.
You,
It's
because you
very
know why?
similar.
You know why? This is funny because I don't want my ELO to get hit, man.
Yes,
Oh,
I can relate to that.
oh my gosh. Wow, man, you're in the stratosphere, brother. I'm telling you, you win, you probably get 1 point. You get one ELO. You lose 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's Jim's turn to build a 5 size enclosure. See, he's also covering the scavenging spot on the map, so Yemen is shuffling the discard pile.
Is that what did he hand him 3?
Yeah, scavenge 3 cards, keep 1.
And Andrew already used his, right?
I think the only person that hasn't is Jake. Can see that spot on Jake's map open, but all the other 3 players have.
I think Ian Minno's just gonna start moving fast. I really do. But I agree with you. Jake is just probably just getting frustrated with not being able to do certain things.
Yeah, Jake not having a project has been quite painful for him. Andrew plays a spokesperson now, just gives him another conservation point for that science tag. And now Yemen's drawing from the deck.
Is it? It's 6. Is it 6?
6 science for
Science
Andrew.
next. Hmm.
Yes. Yeah, we can actually see after the spokesperson play Andrew's leading on both tracks again.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, it's Jake's turn to play a sponsor. Spending an X to do sponsors. Oh, actually just using it to break for money. So I guess oh, he must have a really expensive animal planned because he just wants 10 more money exactly. Wow, he is loaded. Now Jim is spending an X to do animals at 5 before doing a project, so maybe that fifth America's tag.
Is,
Oh, it's just a wolf.
does that give him 5 though?
It gives him 5 predators, but he's already done the project at 4. I think the fact that it's in a 5 size enclosure would lead us to believe that he's going to release it. So he might have the Predator release project or the European release project. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the best card to release.
Wolf
From
is Wolf is tied with the
awesome.
best. Yeah.
Yeah,
With the Secretary Bird.
Secretary Bird, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a great project for Jim if he does have it. It kind of looks like he does.
Getting to that 10 and then start releasing, that's what gets bananas. Because you're just getting 5 more, right? If you release something down when you're at 2 or 3 instead of the 10, you're only getting 2 per.
Yeah, the conservation points start becoming worth more appeal each once you get past
Yep.
10.
Yep.
Andrew's actually choosing to do animals at 3, which is understandable. I mean, at this point in the game, you just want to be cycling through animals and projects as quickly as you can. So he's going to play the Stoat from Reputation range. He does get another free 1-size enclosure from Expert on Europe. And he's just going to play the Taipan from range as well. Okay. I agree. I mean, I think that's a very good animal for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good animal for all of them, but he's the only player with the Australia tag to actually make it playable.
So here's the 2 from the export.
That's by the way, that's another I think an underrated card. Is the Australia card where if you can get Australian cards, you're just pouching like there's no tomorrow, man.
The expert on Australia, I agree. I
Mhm.
think it's pretty underrated. Just yeah,
I think
being
it's one
able
of
to get
the
points
best
for
cards.
free from any source is amazing.
Now, don't get me wrong with the Americas. I mean, you're getting your kiosks, but you think about, you know, if you played 3 or 4 Australian cards, you're talking 8 to 10 appeal,
Yeah, you can't beat free points. I mean,
No,
the
right,
the kiosk
right, free, right,
the kiosk give you money which you can eventually convert into points, but just getting the points immediately is fantastic.
right, and doing nothing for it.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything. You're throwing a card away, is what you're doing.
Okay, we finally see Yemin playing animals again. He's going to play that Capuchin. We saw him pick up the Capuchin very early on in the game. So he's been waiting for the America's Partners to be able to play that. Does play it now. Does get him a card from the deck from the Sprint ability.
He's got a lot of cards.
He is sitting on a lot. He just did a cards action before this turn. And he also just hit 10 reputation. Okay.
9 cards.
We saw some interesting things there. What I saw was a reindeer, which he is playing now, and I saw that he has the bamboo forest to be able to release the reindeer. So that's probably
Can he
coming up
flock?
next.
Can he flock that?
He does
Does
not
he?
have another herbivore to flock it
Yeah,
with. But
it's too
it
bad.
doesn't really matter if he's going to release it anyway. It's just going to live in the 5 size and then free up the 5 size again when he releases it.
That to me is one of the most powerful abilities is the flocking ability. It just, I mean, I mean, you have 3 or 4, if you get, 3 or 4 animals that can flock and you have that, you have one of the 4 size herbivores down. You're just, you never have to build anything. You
Yeah,
just throw it in there.
it definitely can be because, yeah, as you said, you don't have to build anything, and
Nothing.
a lot of just the big herbivores are really good animals. Think things like elephants and rhinos, they are
Yep.
fantastic to play anyway.
Right. Right. And you get those down, then you're flocking them. Everything else flocks right to them. Right.
Yeah, you just don't need to build again for the rest of the game. That would be a position that I'm sure all the players would love to be in.
Every player would love to be in. See how these are my fantasy games, Sam. This is how I fantasize about. Just I don't have to build anything. My wazoo large animal flocking abilities. We're gonna do that forever. I'll leave the llama out of this one. We're all right. Let's go.
But yeah, unfortunately, no flocking this time. But
Oh, that was from again when you drew.
we get a good look at his hand. So I think Yemin might play the migration recording next move and then just look to release the reindeer.
And yeah, the Rangers. That's a good release. 3 5.
Yeah, it's
You know.
decent. And it's
Hmm.
especially decent if you get your 5 size enclosure back. As Jake's actually building a 3 size enclosure now. Okay, so Jake has a lot of money. Now I'm really curious what his two animals are going to be. You would expect one of them is going to be a predator so we can get to 5. He does a little denial move there. There was the diversity researcher in
Mm-hmm.
folder 4, takes that away from Andrew. Very good move. Now Asia release appears. Wow.
Hmm. And there's games that go on and you never even see that extra, conservation come out. There's just the three of them, 3 projects up there and 4 projects up there, and that's
This,
about it.
yeah, this has been a very project-rich game. Ah, okay. Ooh. We did see Jim pick up the large animals project earlier, so
Oh, that's
the
right.
wolf is just to be able to do that at 2. Definitely, yeah, nowhere near as good as a release project. It's something, but hmm.
It's
If
the minimum of a
yeah,
release prospect, right? If he's gonna just do it at 2.
yeah. If I was in Jim's position here, I think without the release project, I'd really want to grab the 2 size enclosure bonus. I think he needs these enclosures to start playing animals into. Like towards the end of the game, you just need enclosures open.
Yep. Especially those 2 final moves, right?
Yeah,
Not
there he
having to build
goes.
those enclosures, yeah, or at least have half of the things that you needed down there already.
Yeah,
So just something to get you ahead.
because when we look at the scoreboard, Andrew is sitting on a lot of points. He could theoretically end the game after the next break quite easily, and there's just not a lot of time left to be building. Especially if you don't have build upgraded and you're building 1 enclosure at a time, it's just very slow.
Well, it
So
makes, and then you throw in the pouching, right? Because I don't want to pouch these cards or sunbathe these cards. Well, there's probably 2 turns left. Just get rid. You're not going to play them. There's no way.
yeah,
Just get rid of them. You
it's
know.
just like fall over the finish line, just get all the points you can.
You're right.
Yeah, so I like the 2 size bonus from Jim, and it looks like he is going to donate for 7, which is good. Just spend that extra money.
He did take the 2.
Yeah, yeah, very very good decision. It would have been even better if he had a release project.
Yeah. Right. Trying to look and just see where Jim's position is right now. He's good on
So
the
yeah,
projects,
he's on
conservation.
11 conservation points. He's sitting second in appeal, but it is a lot of appeal behind Andrew. And it looks like Andrew
Yeah.
is doing a. Well, is Andrew doing a project? He is, but what is it? He remembers vet again, by the way. Very good.
We talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah, that's super common even for me. Just to vet allows you to support a project at strength 4. There's so many times you just spend the X token just out of habit to do it at 5 when you don't need to.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is doing 2 predators. Yes, he does have those tags. So he got the polar bear exhibit in round 1, and he's just played the stoat to give him the second tag. So not an amazing project, but it's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He does take 3 reputation as the project reward, which gets him the 10 and 11 bonuses.
Look at how fast. You remember when you and I were just discussing not very long ago how many open enclosures Andrew had?
He's still got quite a bit, but this map is looking a bit more complete.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I think we are going to see that bamboo forest project. No. Okay, yeah, Yemen's doing America's 4 before the release.
Is Yemen going to cover his whole map?
He doesn't have build upgraded, so I'd say quite unlikely. Yeah, very unlikely because he doesn't have any more upgrades to get. It is looking
Right.
very full though.
Right.
Yeah, just does America's 4. and does take worker reward, so he can do another project this round if there's time. There's not a lot of time though. We can see the break is pretty far advanced. Now we finally get to see what animals Jake is playing. Okay, in the 3 size enclosure is the Indian peafowl.
Great card.
Yeah, really nice at this stage. It does give a decent amount of points. He can release it if he wants. There's the low mountain range projects there. And
Was Asia out? I thought Asia release was out too.
Asia release is on the display at the
Oh,
moment,
still,
so that
still
could,
on the display.
yeah,
Nobody took it.
it's in folder 6 right now, so that could definitely be. Oh, but the second animal is even better. He's playing the Siberian tiger.
Oof.
That is really important for getting him that 5th predator tag. And yeah, that's why he needed all of that money. He is spending basically everything he has.
Wow.
That is going to give him a lot of points to catch up, especially now doing 5 predators basically next move, although he doesn't have any X tokens.
You got 2 for the tiger too on top of it.
Yes. So that finally gets him past 8 conservation points. He gets 5 money for that. And if we look at appeal, is now 2nd in appeal. Still a little bit behind Andrew. But 5 predators will catch him up on points to basically even with Andrew. Yeah, the slight issue Jake has now is he wants to do a project, but cards is in the way.
Let's see. Any X? No.
Ooh, Jim is playing a science library. Can be a good early game card, can also be a great late game card. It gives him how much appeal? 1, 2, 3, 4 appeal, I think. Pretty good.
Number of science.
Yep, that is his 4th science icon. Andrew's doing the thing again. He's playing Guided School Tour sponsor card. Just decent to play at this point. It gives you four immediate points and then 3 endgame points for an endgame shield if you can hit the 5 different species, which I think he has pretty comfortably.
Oh, shoot.
And nice quick turns at the moment. Yemen does play the migration recording. So we did expect that before he's going to release the deal. So that looks like it's coming very soon. Jake is doing that cards action to draw from the deck. So finally he'll be able to support his project next move. And the break is only 2 spots away, so Jim might just cause it this move with a cards action. We'll see if he does or not. Yes, he does. Okay. So I'm fully expecting next round is going to be the last round of the game.
Yeah, you're going to see a 5 card go down for sure on Andrew. You're going to see the release, and you're going to see probably the 5 go down with Yemen.
I think when we're looking, I can see a few cards in Yemen's hand. He has some good stuff coming up. He has, from what I saw, he has the release project for the reindeer. And then he also has the Indian Cobra, which gives him an extra action in peaceful mode. So
determination, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be fantastic for him. And he just got the 2nd science icon to be able to play it from his migration recording. So really good timing there.
There hasn't been any elephants played in this one, has there?
No elephants, no eagles, not yet.
Oh yeah,
anyway.
no eagles
Yeah.
either. Right, to the
We
Now, a big mistake could be going down the elephant way early on because it takes forever and everybody's just so far in front of you by the time you get it.
at this stage in the game, it would be a perfect animal to play just when
Oh,
everyone's
perfect.
super rich.
Yep.
Uh, we see one of the big power cards come out, which is the Indian rhinoceros. And Jim does not have the card draw reward to get it. So it looks like it's just going to go freely to Andrew here. And we were wondering if he was just lacking projects to do. That answers that question completely.
Right. Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, he's gonna have one.
Yeah, and that could really be game over in 2 moves if he just plays Rhino plus a second animal into doing something like Species 5. Not to mention the Rhino gives him extra points from the Meerkat Den as well. Just all these
Oh,
appeal
yeah, right.
boosters.
That's 11. Right. That makes it 11. Yep.
Yeah, this game could be over in 2 moves' time. Oh, no, sorry, Jim. Jim picks it up with the 2 size bonus, so it's actually really lucky that Andrew did not get that. Maybe the game has a bit longer to go. Okay, it's very good for the
The
table that
ostrich.
Jim took it up. Or the ostrich. Ostrich is generally considered one of the worst animals in the game.
Oh, there's not like there's not one worse than that.
There is, or it's a bit of a hot debate among the Ark Nova community, but some would consider the emu to be worse. The ostrich for sure is just very expensive for how many points it gives, and it takes up way too
Oh,
much space in the aviary.
oh, it takes up the whole Avery
Yeah,
but one,
basically.
you know. At least the emu gives you an Avery,
Yes.
you know. Um, yeah, in the right circum. See, this is why I would say, I'll put it to rest in the community. This is what I'll say. In certain situations, the emu is an amazing card. You know, if I've got if I've got
If you have
the
the
relief,
Australia tags, yeah.
yeah, yeah, and if I have the tags already, and birds is up as a project, I mean seriously, I mean there's situations that's an amazing card. There is no situation the ostrich is an amazing card.
The
It's
ostrich
just
is like I need to spend my money and I don't have anything else. That's
I
really
have
what it's
nothing
good
else to
for.
do.
Yeah.
Right. Right. I have nothing. It's the only card I can get to on my last move
Yes.
to put into this to put into this
Sometimes that is
explosion.
the exact card you need though. Just anything that gives points.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how quickly this ends. Yemen did take the Asia release project. So
Hmm.
Yemen has projects for days. The question is just how many is he able to do? Oh, Andrew's giving a monologue before playing animals. Oh,
What do you have?
he just so
Hey, I'm sorry, Emo Discord.
what he's doing is discarding a card and spending an X token to do animals at strength 5. He just discarded the emu that we were talking about.
Oh.
So that is not getting
Well,
played.
that didn't go in his five his
Yeah, he,
five
he could have
version.
actually played it. He has the
Yeah,
requirements, yeah. He chose
for
not to.
7.
Okay, so first animal he's playing the Cotton Top Tamarin.
Yeah, look at the money he's saved up. Oof.
Yeah, this is just the best animal you can fit in a one size enclosure.
And the
It
one
gives you
side
a
zoo.
lot of points. So that's basically the exact small animal he needed to play. Now let's see what his large animal is. But yeah, you can see how close he is to crossing now.
I like the bird, the American partner zoo bird.
The
That
Scarlet
gives you,
Macaw, yeah,
Scarlet McCord,
we
yeah,
saw
yeah,
Jim
it gives
play
you the
that
three.
earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the posturing of 3. Yeah,
that is
yeah.
really good as well. Oh
Yep.
my goodness.
What do you do?
He is playing the Eurasian brown bear. Just when we thought he didn't need any more bears.
He puts one down.
Yeah,
Wow.
wow. Uh,
Wow.
that gives him at times 2 on association. We'll see if he has 2 projects to do. I'm not sure he does, but
He wouldn't have played it if he didn't. I guarantee. I'd be surprised if he doesn't.
It's even if he doesn't have 2 projects, it's still probably just the best animal he can play. It's just so many extra points.
Yep.
And yeah, basically any one project is gonna end the game for him.
Oh, and he gets to build the one from Europe. Expert
He
Europe.
does get the one size. I'm not sure it'll be too relevant in this case.
No, but still, it just
It's just all this extra value. Yeah, it's
yeah.
quite ridiculous.
He seemed pretty excited putting that bear down.
I think he was actually very excited when he drew it up. I think we got a little smile to the camera when it happened. We just didn't know it at the time.
Right. Yeah, I
Alright,
think there's just one move left.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, very aware of that. He can see how close Andrew is crossing, so he spends all of his X's and a card to do association at 5. Do that reindeer release. So he does get his big enclosure back. He gets X tokens from the rewards, so he can actually have still a good last turn. He can play as Cobra and do another project.
He took that out of the 5, the reindeer,
Yep. Yeah, because there was
because he doesn't have a 3 down.
Yep. It's the
Yeah.
smallest available enclosure that can house the reindeer, so it gets unflipped. I don't know that it'll need both of the 5 size enclosures, but we will see. As for the other players, Jake has his association at 5 ready, so that's something at least, and he's got his 5 Predators project to do. Jim has animals pretty high up, has association at 3, so he can have a good last 2 actions as well. Yeah, Jake is indeed doing 5 Predators.
What's it put him at? What's Jake at right now? That's gonna put him at what? About
It'll put him at 14 conservation
14?
points. Just one behind Andrew, but lagging behind in appeal quite a bit. And yeah, the big problem for Jake is 0 empty enclosures right now.
Yeah, right.
So
Yep. And I
it's
don't think Andrew's gonna let them have an extra turn. I'd be
definitely
surprised.
not if he can help it. So
Yeah.
that is really going to limit Jake's last action here. Maybe he can do a second project as that action if he has one. But yeah, will not be able to play animals. Yeah, he just takes X tokens, so that could
Maybe he has
definitely suggest
another
that he
one
has another
yeah.
project. Oh, and he does get a donation as well, so that's something at
Come to
least.
yeah. Yeah. 18.
Yeah. Alright. We assume Jim's second last action is spending an X token there to play animals, get the reputation. Hopefully he's
And
got some good...
before Go ahead.
Yeah, hopefully he's got some good 2 size animals. Looks like he does with the first one, the lesser flamingo. Probably as good as you can hope for at this stage when you only have open 2 size enclosures. It gives some decent amount of points.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of 6s.
Yeah, and the extra from the pavilion as well, so that's
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, so that makes it 7.
And second animal, drum roll. Oh no! Oh no! It's the raccoon. It's another bear. Oh my
I know.
goodness.
I was just gonna say, Andrew clapping. That's the best part. Come on, come on. That's awesome.
Oh no. It's gonna be hard to catch Andrew.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the amount of bonuses he has on the sponsors at Endgame too,
Yeah, he's just had so much time to play them all.
Yep.
Oh, okay, first move is grabbing Asia Partner Zoo. So it gets him one appeal from Explorer, but it also allows him to upgrade Association and Donate with his second use of the ×2. So it's
Wow.
basically like a 4-point move for him.
Yep.
And then we'll see
Yeah,
what
it's
his
a brilliant move.
we'll see what his project is. He does get to spend all of his X's here and get 2 reputation as well as doing a project. What does he have?
The OG animal right there. Minus.
Oh, he's releasing his very first animal that he played, the porcupine, all the way back in round 1. It's getting released.
Wow.
So it's not a huge amount of points for his last action, but it is just enough for him to cross.
Yep.
Yeah, with the donation, just enough for him to cross. Oh, he actually has enough X's to get his last university, which also gives him the endgame for the veterinarian. Yeah, everything is lining up really nicely.
Yep.
And yeah, it does donate. Oh, did you hear what he just said?
No, what did he
He
say?
said, he basically said, "That's my turn. Do your best for second."
Oh my god.
Oh, he's feeling very confident. I don't blame him at this point. Everyone is kind of quite far away. But let's see this good last action from Yemin.
The moment he played the crested porcupine.
It's always a pleasure to witness greatness.
He's gonna start with discarding a card for the extra action strength. Gets him a reputation. And yeah, he is going to play that Indian Cobra for the determination. He puts it in the 5-size enclosure just for fun, because why not?
Mhm.
But yeah, you can see how much he's lagging behind in appeal because he's done a lot of release projects.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to play the Red Shanks Duke as the second animal to live in the other 5-size enclosure. And we can probably guess that his last project is going to be releasing that with the Asia release he picked up during the break.
Right. With the migration.
Yeah, with migration for some nice extra points. The Duke is a good releasable animal anyway. Okay, he stops messing around now. He does put the Cobra in the 2-size because he gets a card draw at 13, so there's a chance he could get one of the Eagles and be able to play that as an extra action.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem like it. Oh no, he's getting his card draw now, so nope.
Hmm.
That would have been the most
Nope.
insane card flip of all time.
And so I'm going to get 8 from this guy, go to 38. I will take my determination action.
Yeah, now just doing the release project.
2 X's. 2 X's.
That's your left
Association 5. I will do Asia release.
Yeah, as expected. The thing is, if we look at all the endgame points, Andrew has the point lead at the moment, but his endgame cards are also looking pretty good.
Yeah, on top of it. Yep. What's he have? Probably 3.
He has the talented communicator, he has the vet, he has the guided
that's
school
right.
tours.
Are you gonna?
That's three right there.
Yeah, I think he actually doesn't have. Oh no, sorry, he does have the polar bear exhibit. He's got the koala and the brown bear, so that's four.
Yeah, without his scoring his scoring card his last time. Hmm.
Okay, it seems like Jake is actually one X token short of being able to support a project, so he's just doing sponsors as a last action.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's actually got some decent sponsors to play. He's going to play the cable car there for 4 appeal. And he's
Oh,
also
well.
got the sponsorship lines in range, which, given how many Predators he's played, that's just 5 appeal as well. So it's still a 9-point last action at worst.
Yeah, yeah. For not having playing an animal or playing a
Yeah,
project, yeah, that's really a great move.
it's not bad, all things considered. Yeah.
And that's why he's our most well-rounded player.
He's got a scout.
I'm just.
Oh, waiting on the
It'll
shot.
be a 2 second look.
No, waiting on something. Understood.
Listen, it's only exactly midnight right now. You
You know,
guys.
all four players are they're just really good guys. You know, it's good to have that and to have a final like this and
Oh,
you know next
it's been a really well played game from all players, honestly.
yeah, nobody's made any major mistakes or they really haven't. They've all capitalized
Yeah. No,
really well
I
and
don't think there have been any major mistakes. I think maybe some minor stylistic differences, maybe,
hmm
but it's been well played. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the next card on display was the Eagle.
The fact that it was
Yemin was actually
Sorry.
one draw away from getting it. That's the cruelty of the deck.
Scavenged. It was the next card off the top of the deck.
It was the actual next card,
Stop.
so he would have got some extra
Oh my
points there.
God. That was.
I don't think it changes anything.
It's just. It would have been 8 free points.
That would have been crazy.
You know, as Jim's taking his final turn, I have to tell you just a quick story about the board gaming community and their friendship.
Mm,
Uh,
I get it.
Jim hadn't heard from Andrew in a long time, so he hadn't seen him on BGA. I think Andrew took a hiatus, and
hmm
I was at PresCon, and Jim came up to me and asked me
New tournament.
if I had Andrew's contact, if I would contact him to make sure he was okay. And I
That's great.
did. It was, and I looked at Jim. I just said, and I emailed Andrew. Andrew emailed me immediately back, and he said, "Oh yeah, I've been working on board game design and this and that." But I just thought to myself, here we are in this community. We don't spend, every day together. These guys see each other at the World Series. They see each
Yeah, maybe
other
once a year or something, or twice a year.
maybe, yeah, we had twice a year at the most and literally, and it wasn't just him. It was Nick Henning. It was Cliff. It was all those guys. They were just want to make sure he was okay. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
yeah,
a great
I-
community.
it just is. Just is.
Jim does have a very good last action with that raccoon. He got his 5th Americas tag, so he does support 5 Americas, and I think the players are just going to go into final scoring now. I actually have a funny story about Andrew as well. My favorite WSBG moment of all time. I think it was 2023 or 2024, maybe, when he won the Arc
When he
Nova.
gave his speech,
Yes. When he gave his speech, he started going on about the meta of Arc Nova and how it's evolved and everything, and I don't think he'd even played the game at that point. He just had a 1,000-yard stare as he's rambling on for minutes and minutes about the Arc
I
Nova
did.
meta. Yeah, oh, it's great.
And I had to whisper in his ear. All right, wrap it up.
Yes, that is
Wrap
my
it.
favorite WSBG moment.
I remember this year's speech was so well done. All the speeches were for sure. So yeah, I did. I'm not lying to you. It just kept going and going, and I didn't know who Y2KXYT1754 was. I had
Yeah.
no idea who that player was. And I was just going, oh my gosh. Oh, he's so full. He's a character. Good guy.
Yeah.
Great champion.
And I don't think there's any spoilers there. He's won. He has favorite zoo as well, so he's got that for 3 conservation points. Yemin has conservation zoo. He's managed to do 5 projects, so that's 3 CP for him as well.
That's good. Yeah.
Jake has had large animal zoo, did manage to play a couple. And Jim actually had naturalist, which looks like it's going to be a couple as well.
At least 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, it looks like about 2, but maybe that also explains his hesitation to take the 2 size reward earlier, because he just doesn't want to
Oh
fill his
yeah,
map up as
yeah.
much.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, we don't know what he threw away.
Yeah,
So.
but yeah, final scoring,
surprising no one
Andrew's the winner.
Andrew.
Yay.
Thanks for the game.
I believe Yemin got in 2nd place. Jim was 3rd and Jake was 4th. We'll have the final scores on the screen here.
One turn ahead of you because you got the two Asia, I got the 2 American.
And Jake is just explaining to Yemin how he blocked him at every turn as Andrew holds up his upgraded sponsors card.
And then
Funny.
you both had universities. When there was none left, so that was
Come on. That was awesome.
could have.
So I think that's a wrap here. Thank you all
That's
for
a wrap.
watching. Thanks for all for watching the 2025 Arc Nova Ring Final. We'll catch you next year.
One seat behind you.
See you next year, 2026.
Being 1 seat
Did
behind
I have?
you got
I had
like
next.
5 cards that I wanted, Jake. So like,
I know that you kept in touch with
I know. I probably did.